Morning, fellow zombies. It's 5:21. Actually, 5:22 in the morning. West Coast time is the 7th of October, 2024. But we were in John C. Roseman, California, barely alive and barely awake. And yes, I didn't say zombie either, because these days we're in our own horrible Halloween nightmare of politics that's still building for decades now. Upon hearing the gloom and doom from one channel or two during a politics, it seems that if we actually do get one particular political party in, which is known for being Trumplicans, the world is doomed. And yet, if we happen to listen to the other side, apparently the Democrats have space lasers, control weather, eat children, drink blood, bloodthirsty, and there will be a civil war if Trump doesn't get in office. There was a rally out in Pennsylvania. Certain areas in Pennsylvania were getting hit by Hurricane Helene when she was pushing through, tearing apart things left and right. Now we've got another monster coming through the pipeline, but this time not the other. This particular hurricane is being formatted and formulated and created into a super monster by the heated waters and strange weather patterns that we get that we never see in our lifetime, but this one is. Going back over to the Weather Channel, they're talking about one particular hurricane. It's a monster from hell generating, according to the meteorologist. This one is slowly building up energy. It's Milton. They're predicting that by the time it gets over to the Florida West Coast, it's going to tear it apart, as if they already had enough problems with Helene going through their neighborhood. But this one is going through the state of Florida to the to the eastern waters and making its way outwards. This one's a breakout. This one's just formed right outside Cancun and building up strength into a Cat 3 right now. 24, 48 hours approximate. It'll hit Tampa. It'll hit it'll hit the state of Florida. Go right through it. They're projecting Cat 5 when it approaches the coastline, but then lose the energy to Cat 3 because of crossing over a landmass and then going out. And this is what scares the hell out of people, because they're still trying to clean up from Helene. Now they got to deal with this monster. It's bad enough the southern states have already been affected by Helene's damage. They got to think about still trying to recover, but it's only the state of Florida that is having a conniption fit over this one, because it's going right down their throat. And it doesn't matter which particular natural disaster happens. Everything has to have a political aspect to it. Something has to have political finger pointing, saying it's their fault, it's someone else's fault for this to happen. So now we got a gas bag generating a lot of anger from people. Instead of thinking about and trying to work on recovery, a madman of a politician, or gas bag, he's working on people left and right to shrug off or complain. It's going to be coming to a point where they're going to be thumping on people left and right for survival at this point, and then blaming others for their own stupidity because they followed the gas bag. And the gas bag doesn't matter. He wants the votes. He's willing enough to generate a hell of a lot of anger. And politicians who keep following him, that keep going to the media, they're saying it. They're getting fact checked, but they don't care. They're saying it. They're programming. Doesn't watch a particular channel. They're programming people. they're there to program, and corporate media allows it. Independents are still having a field day with them, trying to tear them apart left and right, trying to prove that we have lunatics coming up on the Sunday shows to make everyone be aware that we've got the gas bag motivating these people to do stupids. At a time when they should have been recovering, they should have been recovering. Should have been focusing on recovering property, people's lives that they're still there, or maybe the bodies. And when that hurricane came through, Helene did, it was damaging people. It was damaging areas. It was tearing apart homes and structures. It flooded out areas that would see some flooding, but not much. This monster came through. This monster came through. I'm trying to get a picture of the path it took from what they have from the archives of Helene when she came through. It tore apart the Panhandle, went right into Alabama, went right into Georgia. North Carolina took a hit, Tennessee took a hit, and petered out. Tropical storm to be faded away. But I'm only looking at the maps that I'm trying to get to see, because this pathway was tearing apart people's lives. I mean, it went through and took out communities that were there for established for decades, nearly centuries. But we had to have politics and fingers to blame. We had to have the conspiracies coming out in waves and drones where officials had to go online, had to go on media and say, don't listen to this bullshit. But unfortunately, people they're too damn afraid to listen to anything and everybody, including an orange gas bag who comes in with, oh, I'm a Greek bearing gifts kind of situation. Never mind the damn horse I just brought in with the invasion of my own pack of lies and bull. But I'm here to tell you that I'm here to help you out. But listen to me. I'm telling you the cause of your problems at this point over here. But I'm such a nice guy. You got to vote for me. Yeah, right, sure. And yet he keeps flaming people left and right on this. What they're talking about for the surges and hurricane hitting, like Cedar Key, Tampa, Fort Myers, Orlando, kind of bursting through on the other side of Florida, heading into the eastern waters. And normally these hurricanes would be formed out by Africa, take a week or two coming over through the Caribbean islands, just to give people a bit of an issue. But no, this storm, comes out of nowhere and builds up strength. There are things that I don't understand about meteorology that defies logic. That you can get a tropical storm built up, then another 2-3 hours you get a Cat 1 out of it because it's building up enough energy. It's not being a rapid storm. It's sucking up the heat energy and forming itself so it can move slowly, sucking up more of the warm water and more warm energy until it hits a target. It's the rapid growth. I don't think these people are understanding that. It scares the hell out of me because we've added more and more instant heat to this monster is making a meal out of us. But we have to have a gas bag pointing fingers. Not just coming in probably like, well, pray to me because I'm the one, I'm the only one here. And basically, he's saying that in the format that people are listening and believing. Not the science that was still trying to scare the crap out of them by telling them the reality over the past couple of decades. No, that doesn't matter. We have to find blame. We have to find blame. So now we got an election cycle here that's freaking and pissing people off left and right. FEMA tries to get in there fast enough, had been established hopefully fast enough to get in there and try to help out with generators and food and water if necessary. But when you take out infrastructure, when you take out bridges and roads, flood out areas to get in there, the only way in is helicopter. And if there's not enough of them, they didn't predict this one. They didn't. Maybe pathway, but they didn't realize how bad it was going to be hitting people left and right, and how to get the stuff in there fast enough. FEMA had instant funding ready for people to put into a bank account, or actually in cash, to say if you're in an area that you can get stuff out of a store, here's the stuff to get it. You can get to the store, get the stuff here that you'll need for the survival for the next few days. Well, we're coming back. And then I'm hearing people online, social media, bitching and griping about this damn thing. Saying, wait, what about the millions of dollars that we got the border? They're giving it to people coming over the border. Ah! You don't have the information. I heard it from somebody else. Ah! I feel like telling those people, where's the damn proof? Where's your video? Where's your audio? Prove it to me. No, I don't have to prove it to you. You just accept my word. Well, then you're a liar. No, I'm not. Yes, you are a liar. Prove it. Right here, right now. Come on. I don't. You have nothing. You have nothing but going on social media and bullshitting people. But where's that? Where's the proof? I don't believe you. See, every time I keep seeing these videos popping up on YouTube and Facebook, I don't believe them. Unless you're showing the proof, unless you demonstrating that you have a proof and not just hearing it from one source or another source or think you think it is. It's all fiction. It's all fiction. Make it reality. Show reality here. You have the proof to back up your claim. If you don't, talk to the hand. But other people don't, because this is their own way of passing things left and right. This is their own way of doing the community crier by listening to these people, and the stories get exaggerated, or they're made up and the people believe it, or they hear that Donald Trump's coming in office and he's going to solve everything for us. He didn't do shit. Well, neither did Kamala Harris didn't do anything. And God forbid me using that term right there. It's Vice President Kamala Harris, not Kamala. I call her Harris. Vice President Harris would be easier on the tongue. Concerning about the Vice President, I did one of my videos out there. I still have to get processed. Of telling people, look, according to the Constitution, if you guys are still into that kind of thing, there are sections in there that only give you an indication of what they're responsible for. A, being a backup to the president if the president happens to get out of office one way or another. And I'm not talking about being voted out of office, either by voluntarily discharging his own self or something else makes him incapacitated where the vice president has to take over. And then there's the president of the pro tem and Senate, the tiebreaker. That's it. Those are the only two jobs officially known. Other than that, it's whatever the current president of the United States would say. whoever's holding the office. She wasn't a border czar. President Harris was. She was Vice President Harris. She wasn't. She wasn't a czar. She was there assigned many tasks to do, and she did without the fanfare. People say, "Where is she?" She was working in the background. She is working in the background, trying to get things taken care of. But people don't understand that, do they? They don't want to understand it. They don't want to hear the complications of what's going on these days with politics or anything else. They just want something else to handle it for them because they don't want to think about it, do about it, or anything. They want to be lazy about it, and then blame people or find reasons to blame people for what's happening around them. That's all they want. They hear somebody saying, "Well, I'll take care of everything," and doesn't. But he made the promise, and they'll listen to the promise because they believe in that one. Well, he promised. We're holding him to it. Yeah, what are you going to do about it? Well, we're waiting for him. Like, you're sheeple. You tell me I'm sheeple. Shit. You're wimps. Yeah, I said it. Wimps. Probably called me a gas bag. Okay, I'm a gas bag. Call me an outright liar. Well, that's you. Where's your proof in all of this? Proof is in the media. That's all fake news. They catch you on camera. They catch you in audio. They catch the rallies left and right. We got independents out there going out there catching all the stuff. And they'll pass it off to the corp. And it's up to the man. It's up to corporate executives to say whether or not they're going to be posting their stuff or other reposted stuff that they can actually verify. And once they get it verified, they'll say something about it. Until then, we're dealing with what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a political party that's telling the other political party that you're no damn good, that you're going to be ordering people left and right, that you're forcing people to eat others or eat other things left and right. You're making this happen to where you're brainwashing these people to tell them all this stuff. I'm going to ask them, where is they getting their proof? Where are they getting their proof? They hear stories from other people, but they don't fact check. They don't want to fact check. They want to just let others do what they got to do. Don't tell me your damn bullshit. I'll call you on it. This election cycle, less than 30 days. I'm still waiting for my ballots to come in. Worst case scenario, I go over to where the place is and I place my vote. Well, I much prefer the mail-in ballot myself. So hopefully this week I'll get it and hopefully post a video about me mailing it. Who knows, I made the live stream that damn thing. Would that be something? Meanwhile, the gas bag is going to continue to be a gas bag, brainwash people left and right. And the independents and the corporates will catch the gas bag. And the maggots that follow him. And come out of them anyway. Alright, we having fun.